I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super Pisces lately.
Well, you are my super Pisces because you've got your moon in Pisces, so perfect time to introduce this video.
Welcome, twin flame lover. Thank you for
Mhm.
being here. Today we're going to be talking gently about the new moon in Pisces, which is at 21 degrees Pisces, opposite Neptune, and it is the full harvest moon.
There is a lot going on with this moon. It holds a lot of potential for transformation, but we're going to share the three things that you'll want to know to prepare because there might be a little bit of an activation that's a little uncomfortable unless you get ready. So the first thing that you'll want to know is that you may have some fears come up. The water sign of Pisces does allow us to dive deep into our subconscious mind. It's associated with water, which, water is the element associated with fear in Chinese medicine. So you might have some old trauma stuff arise or some fear thrown your way. And it's important to just acknowledge it and allow yourself to work through with your own intuition. You'll probably manifest people coming at you with suggestions, a million ideas of what you should do. I know right now we're working on preparing for our birth, which is due just 3 weeks from today, and everybody has their opinion on how to turn our breech baby around. I'm watching my friend who just gave birth, and there's like 100 opinions on how she should breastfeed her, her skinny little baby. And the miracle that happens is that we tune into our higher self, we shut out all the noise, we allow that fear to turn to love, and we really listen to that quieter voice. So at this Pisces moon, we really want to tune into that higher space. You may want to consult the energy of the dolphins. Dolphins are powerful healers. You may not live right near the water. We are here in Bali, but we're about an hour from the water. So you might not catch a dolphin live, but you can go on YouTube. You can listen to sound healing, Spotify, Pandora. You can find dolphin healing sounds. We have our mandala over there that has dolphin patterns on the wall. You might want to just kind of sit on your meditation cushion and envision dolphins. So bring this energy of the Piscean water sign into your life to flow through fear as they do arise in our lives at this point. Now, the second thing that you'll want to know for this moon is that there's going to be a test of faith that might be thrown your way. You have been in training as a light worker, a love warrior, and it is your time to face these fears, face these situations head on. This curveball is going to come out of left field. You're going to be like, what do I do? What do I do? So just come back in and breathe. And you've been preparing for a long time. Know that you can do this. You've got this. You have the strength. Now, just like in the world of birthing that I'm immersed in right now, almost every woman who's in labor gets to a point where she's like, I can't do this. I can't pass the test. I just want to go and get that C-section or the epidural.
Upper limit, yeah.
They hit the upper limit problem. And this is part of how we stretch and grow with the universe. So in that moment when you're cracking open, you're like, I can't do this anymore. Allow that to happen. Allow yourself to take a few breaths of like, I could give up right now. And then call upon your guides, call upon that higher purpose. And one of the best things to do is why is it worth pushing through? For me and my sisters here in Bali who are pregnant, it's like, it's for the baby. You have this new life. It's so worth it, all this pain and intensity. So envision your newborn baby coming through healthy, or envision your project of love or whatever it is that you're here to create. Maybe it's calling in your twin flame. You want a relationship and you just keep getting hit by the stop energy of you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. We had this, we both went through this, but just keep like laboring through it, push through it. And you will eventually get to this other side where all of a sudden you're like, I'm awesome. I love myself. Why are all these amazing people coming into my life all of a sudden that I didn't have before? Because we have to get through these walls. We have to break the water and flow through at this time of Pisces. I wanted to share one of my tests of faith. Jack doesn't know that I'm going to share this story, but about 7 years ago, I was bit by a dog. The afternoon before it happened, I was sitting with a client and we had this beautiful spiritual conversation. And I told her, I really believe in the power of self-healing. I believe we don't need antibiotics. I believe that we can heal ourselves. And then she asked me the question, well, what if someone really, gets hurt and the doctor tells them you need antibiotics or you could have this big infection? thought, you know what? I really believe in faith and trust and healing medicine in the body. We can do it. I found myself at the end of the day in the ER being stitched up after having a dog bite me in the face. I knew the dog, I knew he was clean, so it wasn't like a rabies dog or anything. At the same time, I had a split lip that had to be stitched up, and the doctor said to me, you absolutely need antibiotics. And I said, well, what if I just don't take them for the first 3 days? He said, by the time you get an infection, it's too late. We may have to get plastic surgery on your pretty face. And I was like, okay, as a woman who likes her face, she's on YouTube, this is the test of faith. So let's not put this energy in your space that something this intense happens to you. But for me, I had to go within, like I said, I tuned in and I said, Doc, I'd like to get the antibiotics. I'm going to take them home. I'm going to put them in my bathroom. And I told him that I would take them. And I did take them. I just didn't take them internally.
Nice.
And I really tuned in. Once I got home, I did have a clear space. I was out of the hospital. So make sure you find a clear space. And I asked my higher self what was the right thing. And I said, I know that I'm meant to pass this test. And if I believe that I don't need antibiotics when I'm in a safe space at 12 o'clock and at nighttime, I'm freaking out. But when I calmed down, it felt like, you know what, that's still my truth. So I personally did not take the antibiotics. I made lots of prayers. I did natural, herbal things that I knew how to do from my background in nutrition consulting. And it was completely fine. My lip healed really quickly. You can't even see that my lip looked like totally split. So this is a good reminder for us now that we're going into the birth portal and we're going to have all kinds of, potentials where we could take these medicines that may not be necessary and that, the unnecessary, and that happens to so many women because they're forced to believe that they can't heal themselves. So again, listen to that voice within. Call in your dolphins, and you know the answer for yourself.
And number 3, positive transformation. So I don't know about you, but I've been really tapping into my Pisces energy lately. Been feeling really super intuitive, telepathic even. Been tapping into my clairsentience and claircognizance. Look those up on Google.
Clear knowing, clear
Clear
feeling.
knowing, yeah. And it's really amazing. But more importantly, at this time, we're moving through challenges. And every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. So when we see it as such, we then step through these experiences as a way to become more empowered and to discover more of ourselves. And that when we view these challenges from that perspective, we can move through it with love and even appreciation. If not appreciation, if it's a really challenging time, we can just see it as really just a growth process. And it's the challenges in life that help us, that really shape us and
Prepare us, really.
Prepare us
to be powerful for the things that will be coming into our life as we move forward into this challenging yet beautiful new paradigm that we're creating.
Kind of like the oyster and the pearl. The way that the pearl gets created is, Amanda's going to explain because I forgot exactly how.
I love pearls and wear pearl earrings all the time, so I know. So the way that the oyster works is the oyster actually gets a piece of sand stuck in it, and it forms like a calcified, almost like scar tissue around this piece of sand to protect the oyster. So we really do have these challenges, these injuries, these wounds in our lives, but they can become these beautiful pearls of wisdom and beauty.
Mm-hmm. And challenges also help us to chip away at the parts of us that don't believe we're powerful, and then it forces us to step into our power, into our next level. And then, I don't know about you, but always after the fact, I look back on challenges and I'm like, wow, okay, I see the benefit of that. Now I can teach others who are going through that challenge, and that's actually a gift. So we can create these positive transformations out of these experiences.
Absolutely.
Another fun astrological theme coming up is Venus enters Libra starting on September 14th, going into October 8th. And that means basically balanced love. So good news is after this full moon, we can dive into having some balanced love with our partners.
More connection, less crazy thoughts, less arguing, more ease and flow, more communication, all the good, hot, yummy stuff. So there's a lot of healing that needs to happen within our feminine from the divine masculine. So that is why at this time we're offering a divine masculine healing ceremony at a super special price. I'll let Jack share about that. And I have a story that's just so amazing about what happened in one of these healings.
Yeah, so we're all, around the world stepping out of this long history of thousands of years of being in this patriarchal kind of like system that's like over on top of us trying to control us. So we're now stepping out of that. We're moving into individual personal wholeness within each one of us, and that means balancing our masculine and our feminine sides. So we have a divine masculine healing ceremony that is high value, 60-minute ceremony with me where we dive into the patriarchal wounds, father wounds, ex-boyfriend wounds, even wounds with your brother if you had a brother. And we are identifying those and clearing it out of your space emotionally, psychologically, and in your energetic field.
So a lot of women are walking around going, where's my twin flame? Or, here he is. Why isn't he fully coming in to treat me as the queen that I deserve to be treated as? And oftentimes this woman doesn't realize that she's carrying around this patriarchal pattern, this kind of dark daddy blueprint, so to speak, that came through maybe from these sources of father or other men in her life or just the system. And with that, she's not free to fully reign from her queendom. She's not able to feel worthy of love and call it in from a partner, from a masculine partner, a man. And so what has happened is when we do these, we call them daddy divorce cord cuttings. And Jack's, one of his expertise is to do this. Our clients will often find that there's an instant shift in their lives. We've seen women, be trapped in a marriage, really wanting to leave, but the husband wouldn't sign the divorce papers and was giving her tons of trouble and, all this kind of drama. And then all of a sudden, after the cord cutting, it's like, oh, we're actually able to get along. We're friends. We're able to co-parent from a more peaceful place. And he signed the divorce papers. We've had women that were totally terrified to launch their business because they didn't know it, but they had their father's fear mindset in their space. And you should never leave your corporate job. And then they end up having this renewed connection with themselves through the cord cutting. They have more space. And then all of a sudden, windfall of cash comes through. They have this extra energy to go out into the world because they're not holding this old, heavy fear that's tied into all of these past lives and, memories of being burnt at the stake or just, feeling like this is my reality. I just have to stay stuck being single or being with this type of man or being with this type of energy, this type of lack mentality with money where I have to stay enslaved. So the divine daddy cord cutting has been so powerful for myself and so many women to open up this sovereign state for a woman to really birth herself into her own divine feminine masculine union.
Mm-hmm. So we do that cord cutting in this ceremony, and then we dive into a thorough fun work assignment that you can do at home to clear out the negative masculine patriarchal energy that's still in your energy field, attracting the wrong lovers into your life, clearing that out completely for good, permanently, so that you can move forward in your life with confidence and attract real, divine, true love that you deserve.
The work is gentle and yet deep. We so look forward to having you there. We're going to put the link in the description box below.
So what it is, it's actually a Twin Flame Attraction ebook, The 7 Steps to Attract Your Twin Flame Pronto. And with that, you get the bonus Divine Masculine Healing Ceremony with that in one package bundle.
And that's for a limited time only. We're offering you a super special deal. It's only $44 US to get both of them. And the Divine Masculine Healing Ceremony itself is worth $1,000 US. It's just packed with value. We're going to give it away at this time because you're part of our YouTube tribe. We love you. We thank you. Check it out. Tune in. Use your wisdom, your fear-free state. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the notifications bell so you get next video. We're going to be doing all kinds of magical stuff. I'll give you a pregnancy update and birth update. We're going to be birthing really soon. There might be a baby in the frame the next video. Who knows what could happen?
Oh.
Yeah. All right, loves. Many blessings.
Namaste.
Namaste.